So essentially I had about 3 more pages I was going to go over with you. Everything that's on those 3 pages has been touched upon at some point in time tonight or is available. We have magnets available over by our membership cards. Those have our website information and our email address. When I said earlier that I would tell you when I cannot prove something, I've mentioned a couple of situations that I cannot prove. Everything else that we have mentioned here tonight, we can back up. So if you want to see documents, if you want to see numbers, if you want to know where this information is coming from, reach out to us. We will be more than happy to share it. That's what we're here for, is to wake this province up. Okay? As far as what you can do, of course, we would like you to join the Anglophone Rights Association of New Brunswick. As I said, it is a $10 membership. That is a lifetime membership. I'm not going to say that we will never ask for a donation because, as I said, everything that we do voluntarily. And we do need help. But that's up to you. That's up to you. If you have an extra $5 that you can spare, we would love to have it. The membership for $10, I think, is a pretty good bargain. And what that offers you is us fighting on your behalf, us traveling around from community to community speaking with people, us filing the Right to Information Acts that are gaining us this information so that we're no longer blind and asleep in the first place. We have been setting up meetings with MLAs and going and talking to our concerns, and we found out that while many are afraid to buck their party lines, we're not entirely alone. We do have some sympathy out there. What they need from us is to show them numbers. Every number is a vote. Every number is a vote. We've been told that they will not look at us until we hit at least 1,000 members. Right now we have 300. Okay? So we're not backing off. Now, mind you, we have that 300 in, 5 months? So we haven't been idle, but the more the information gets out there, the better it is. I know that there were some people who had expressed interest in being here with us today who were strongly discouraged from attending. And unfortunately, that's not anything that we can address, but hopefully they will hear from you and reach out to us on their own. And be open to sharing that information. We have started a file of individuals who cannot speak publicly because of fear for their employment. But we have started a file, and we do have a few individuals who have shared their stories with us of having been in positions for a number of years and being transferred or removed from those positions because of language. When we have the numbers to back us up, then we will be pursuing those matters. In some cases, they do have to train the person. So here's what I suggest, aside from joining us, of course, is I suggest that you take the time to know your political parties. Know all 5 of them. I know a lot of us have always voted traditionally. Our families are conservative, our families are liberal, and that's the way we go. We have to stop that mentality, and we have to be open to change. So know your parties. Get out in your communities and talk to them. Don't just read their platforms, because platforms are a bunch of promises that nobody intends to keep. Talk to them and find out who they are and what they stand for and what their position is on the matters that matter to you. Watch the political panels and hear them in action when they talk to one another. Look at who attends your meetings. Look at who shows up when your nursing home is at risk, when your mill is at risk. Who was here to support you? Look at those. We are not a political party. ARA is not a political party. But that does not mean that our members do not encompass all parties. Government is the answer to this problem, because only government can change it. But who ultimately is government? Government is us. And we've forgotten that, and we've been sitting back and saying, we can't do anything, we can't change anything. Well, guess what? We can. And it's time that we do.
Make them afraid. Yes, very afraid.
Now, while Kat is out there passing out these flyers and keeping things stirred up, which we love, we're working on the back end. We're doing the quiet paperwork. We're doing the connections with the Canadian Constitution Foundation. We're doing the connections with the Canadian for Language Fairness out of Ottawa. We're meeting with our MLAs. We're doing the quiet stuff in the background, so you may not hear us as often. Don't think that we're not working. I assure you we are, and we're very sneaky about it. And if anybody has a storage unit for some of those right to information boxes, you know, we might have need of that space. There are other things that we can do, and some of them may not be as pleasant or as easy as others. But we need to make statements, and if that means we don't pay our bills on time, not that we don't pay them, but we don't pay them on time, so the government isn't getting that money in. Quiet revolt. If we were to take, now I know what our members in this room are, and we're not going to make a difference, but if we were to take our larger membership and we were to say, okay, who supports us? We're not paying our power bill at the end of this month. How many of you would be on board?
I never did.
Well, we've got to bring Chris up here too, but Ron, go ahead.
That is,
They have to understand. They have to understand, and we have to do every quiet thing that we can do. In the very near future, I would say within the next 45 days, we are going to be holding a members meeting, not a community meeting like what we're having now, but a members meeting where we want you to come to us and we're going to talk strategy. And we're going to talk ideas, and we're going to form committees, and we're going to see what we can get done. Now I'm going to bring our only political representative here today, Mr. Chris Austin, up for a quick moment.